Beautiful. 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 I love it. I absolutely love it. A nice little series win. You win the first two games here against the Houston Astros, and now I don't have to fucking stress watching a Taiwan Walker performance to try and win a series. Thankfully, that's not going to be the case for tomorrow afternoon. Oh man, what a good win. What a good series win. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into TTP Sports, and as I alluded to, the Phillies win the series over the Houston Astros tonight by winning by a score of 5-0. Aaron Nola, 7-inning gem, gets his first win, I believe, since early July, and he was very overdue for that. I thought Nola was very good in this game and desperately needed it just because of some of the missing pieces that are in the bullpen, and that was very huge. And the Phillies tacked on runs when they could. Nick Castellanos comes up huge once again. 3-run shot. Bryce Harper has a couple of hits. Trey Turner gets on base a few times. JT getting, a few more hits there. I believe Brandon Marsh also had a hit. Stoddy getting on base. So, hey, keep finding ways. Alec Bohm finally came up with runners in scoring position, even though he got lucky as ever as the ball landed in nowhere territory and three Astros players basically tried to not collide with each other to allow the ball to drop. So, hey, you take him as it comes. Baby steps there. Baby steps there for Alec Bohm once again. So, hey, what a good win. Good win. Shut out an Astros team. Your pitching has still been very good over the past week and a half. It starts with Aaron Nola being as good as he was, offense giving you enough run support to where you don't have to use your high leverage guys out of the bullpen. You can use a Ruiz who, had some really good stuff out of the pen. He did allow a couple of base runners, but he still managed to get out of it. And, Banks closing it out in the ninth, just good, solid stuff. Good, solid stuff. You found a way. You found a way. Offense scored enough, and Aaron Nola did his job, and that's the most that you can ask for at that point, and that is 2 series wins in a row for the Phillies. I guess you could say it's 3 series wins in the last 4 series, so I guess, nothing to scoff at, but it does seem like they're starting to play better baseball, which even though they're still a little bit, sometimes they don't always hit with the runners in scoring position. They don't always hit with the runners on base. Double plays still an issue, but you can also just say that your pitching has been very good, and that was one of the major successful points of the team in the first half was how great your pitching was, and right now it looks like we're starting to get that pitching again. We'll see how long it lasts for, but it is a good sign going down the rest of the stretches, especially into September, that your pitching is starting to figure it out once again. That is a very good thing. It's also very good that Bryce Harper, he's taking a couple of good hacks, over the past few games, which is very nice to see. Trey Turner does look a lot better at the plate. Still some ugliness there from Trey, but still he's finding ways to get on base. Brandon Marsh, like I said, he's had a couple of good swings over the past couple of games. Same thing with Bryson Stott. Nick Castellanos, obviously, he continues to stay hot. So just keep the good times rolling. Keep the good times rolling. You get a series win, which is what I asked for coming into this homestand against the Astros. I would love to sweep them, but that's not guaranteed with Taiwan Walker on the mound tomorrow. It is not guaranteed whatsoever. But we all know this. We all know this is going to be the case. Taiwan Walker is going to go 6 scoreless innings tomorrow, so they have an excuse to keep him in the rotation. That is 100% going to be the possibility. 100% going to be the case. I could see it perfectly as day that's going to be what happens tomorrow. He's going to go 6 scoreless innings. He's going to have a very low pitch count. He's going to dominate. I can just see it as clear as day because it just seems too obvious. It just seems way too obvious. Hey, at least you're starting to win games now. Now that the Braves are winning games too, I believe they're up 4-0 as I look at it on my television screen right now. Yeah, they're up 4-0 on the Minnesota Twins, and they won last night as well. So basically nothing really happens with the standings, but you're taking care of business where you need to, so nothing really affects the standings right there. It just does suck that the Braves are starting to catch a little fire with their really banged up lineup, and it also doesn't help that Whit Merrifield is going 5 for 5 days. Makes me want to fucking puke when I saw that on the scoreboard last night. Jesus Christ, 5 for 5? Where the fuck was that in Philadelphia? Jesus. Jesus. But less on the Braves, more on the Phillies. You're taking care of business, and let's see where this takes you. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It does seem like they got a little bit of their swag back, a little bit of their mojo, and we'll see how this carries them because it looks like they have, like I said, that confidence back. And I think it all starts with the pitching. It really all starts with the pitching. Aaron Nola was really good today. Zach Wheeler was good last night as well. You also get the two solid performances from Allard and Ranger in the Kansas City series, and your bullpen has been very good basically since the Washington Nationals series, I would say. So they're showing some good sides. Even in the Braves series, the bullpen was really good. I would say the starting pitching wasn't that bad either in the Braves series. It was really just your offense that wasn't scoring against the Braves pitching. So I really wouldn't blame the pitching in the Braves series. So the pitching has been good for a little bit right now. So that is, like I said, a very good sign going into this back stretch of the season. And like it's not that long. It's only basically these final few days of August and then the last 4 months of the season in September, and then it's the playoffs. So it's really important for this team to figure out a way to start getting hot again, and especially with this, series upcoming with the Atlanta Braves. You win 3 of 4, you could probably really set in stone this division. That's really important right there. To try just to basically take the Braves out of it. I need to see this team start playing their best baseball, and it looks like they're starting to get that groove again. But we'll see as it continues to progress. Like I said, 3 of the last 4 series, you've won 3 of those 4. So it's a good step in the right direction. I really need to see how this team performs in a 4-game set with basically the division on the line against the Atlanta Braves. I need to see what this team can do. I really need to see that because it's probably the biggest series of the entire season. It really is. But like I said, really good first 2 games here against a very good opponent in the Houston Astros. Your pitching has been very good. Your offense has been opportunistic, to say the least. And you found ways to win 2 games, and your bullpen's been very good. So we'll see where that takes us, basically. So if we go into this game, basically, I guess you could say it's a little bit of the little bit of the same things that started off with this game. Phillies had a couple of base runners situations in a couple of innings early in the ball game against Justin Verlander. Nothing really happened. Bottom of the first inning, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper get on with 1 out. Alec Boehm grounds out into a double play. Bottom of the second inning, JT had a 2-out single. Nothing happened around that. But then you do get on the board in the bottom of the third inning. So that's where everything really starts here for the Phillies. Hayes, he leads off with a double. Trey Turner gets a single to score. Hayes, Harper singles, which you get first and second for Alec Boehm. He strikes out. But then you get Nicky Castellanos, lining a ball, lacing it, driving it over the wall in left field. 3-run shot. Phillies go up 4-0. Feels a lot better than 1-0 at that point because it would have been, they left a lot of meat and potatoes on the bone. Potatoes don't have bones. I don't know why I said meat and potatoes. They left a lot of meat on the bone. If that were to be the case in that third inning, only getting 1 run, it was very huge for Nick to get that 3-run shot. Aaron Nola does his job from there. Phillies offense, they have a couple of base runners in the next few innings. Marsh had a single, and he also stole second base in the 4th, but nothing happened after that. Aaron Nola got out of a huge jam basically in the top of the 5th. 2 leadoff singles by Gamble and Myers. He gets the next 3 guys out in order. Dubon lines out, Altuve lines out, and Bregman flies out to end the inning. And Bregman gave it a pretty good ride. Honestly, I thought that was going to go off the wall or worse into the stands. Nope, it landed right into the gap for Nick Castellanos to catch the ball. So, Aaron Nola gets out unscathed once again. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the 5th. Aaron Nola sets the Astros down 1-2-3 in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th after a 2-out double by JT. Nothing happens there. Top of the 7th inning, another 1-2-3 inning for Nola. Bottom of the 7th, Hayes leads off with a single. Turner then singles with 1 out. Hayes moves over the 3rd. Harper kind of got robbed because Pena was basically just in the perfect spot of the infield to catch the liner. It was still a really good swing by Bryce. Just unfortunate situation there. So 2 outs in the 7th. And then Alec Boehm gets the very lucky, fortunate situation of the ball dying where 3 Astros are trying not to collide with each other. So he gets the double out of that, and a run does score. So it does become 5-0. And then Castellanos gave the ball a pretty good ride, but once again, defense in a perfect position just to catch the ball. So get an extra run there, get insurance. Ruiz comes out in the top of the 8th. Dubon reaches it on a bunt single, and Dubon was safe by a little bit, but it was still a very impressive play by Alec Bohm. They called him out on the play, but the replay, obviously, he was safe, but I still find that very impressive by Bohm to even find a way to make that even somewhat close, even though it really wasn't at the end of the day. Ruiz, he gets Altuve to strike out. He gets Bregman to line out. Alvarez gets a 2-out single, so you get first and third situation, but then he strikes out Diaz to win the inning, keeps the shutout intact. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the 8th. Top of the 9th, Banks sets down the Astros 1-2-3, and that's your ball game. Looking at the lineup tonight, the Phillies had 11 hits. Kyle Schwarber, he goes 0 for 4. Trey Turner, he goes 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk, so a good night for Trey Turner. Bryce Harper, he goes 2 for 4. Alec Bohm, 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. Nick Castellanos, 1 for 4 with a 3-run shot. Bryson Stott, 0 for 4. JT, 2 for 4. Brandon Marsh, 1 for 4, but also had 3 strikeouts in classic Brandon Marsh fashion. And then Austin Hayes had a pretty solid night tonight, 2 for 3, with, I believe, a double and a single. So good there on Austin Hayes. Phillies go 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Bohm and Castellanos had the hits. Hayes goes over 1, Marsh over 1. Also, Turner had a hit with runners in scoring position as well. Schwarber goes over 2, and Harper goes over 1. On the pitching side, Aaron Nola, very good stuff. 7 innings, 4 hits allowed, only 1 walk, 6 strikeouts on 102 pitches, 68 strikes. The ERA drops to 3.30. And I believe, like I said, that's his first win since like the beginning of July. So good stuff there from Nola. He definitely deserved it, and he was eventually due for that win eventually. Ruiz allows 2 hits, strikes out 2 in the 8th inning of work on 20 pitches, and then Banks only needs 9 pitches on 8 strikes to close out the game. So good stuff there. If you're looking at the Astros lineup, Altuve had 2 of the 6 hits for Houston. Bregman goes 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Alvarez goes 1 for 4. Diaz 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Singleton, he goes 0 for 2 with a walk. Then Whitcomb comes in, he goes 0 for 1. Pena goes 0 for 4. Gamble goes 1 for 3. Zenzo goes 0 for 1 in a pinch hit opportunity. Myers goes 1 for 3, and Dubon goes 1 for 3. The Astros, they go 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, and they leave 7 runners on base. So, good stuff there by the Phils pitching. Good stuff there. And yet the Braves are still winning 4-0 over the Twins. So, not really expecting much there with the Twins game right there. So, if I look at the standings right now, Phillies 6.5 over the Braves. Braves will probably end up winning over the Twins, so it'll go back down to 6. And for in terms of the National League in general, the Phillies are 2 games ahead of the Milwaukee Brewers in terms of the 2nd seed in the National League. So that's a good place for the Phillies to be right there. But the Phillies are also a half game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. I believe the Dodgers are playing later tonight, if I am not mistaken. Do the Dodgers play tonight? Or are they? Yes, they are. They play the Baltimore Orioles tonight. So that's not until 10 o'clock. So we'll see what happens there. And I believe Milwaukee is currently losing to the San Francisco Giants. So we'll see what happens at the end of that game as well. And I guess if Milwaukee loses, we'll be ahead of the Brewers by 2.5 games, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be nice. That would be very nice to see at the end of the day. So yeah, some good stuff there from the Phils. Get yourself a couple of dubs against the Astros. It's 4 wins in a row. Keep it going. Let's keep it going. So let's get to some highlights. Then we'll get to the voicemail line. And then get to some of you guys here in the chat. And then we'll end it off. Have ourselves a joyful rest of the night. I'll also try to see if there's anything post-game from like Topper or any player like that. I know there was an interview from Nick Castellanos, so I do want to hear that and what he has to say post-game. But let's get to the highlights. So we got the RBI hit from Trey Turner.
Opposite way, and that's going to get into right field, a base hit. Here comes Hayes. He's going to give the Phils the lead on an RBI single by Trey Turner. It's 1-0 here in the 3rd.
Some good stuff, and let's get to the solo shot here by Nick Castellanos. No, not the solo shot, the 3-run shot. What am I saying?
Yes. Ball hit in the air out to left field. Dubon's going back. Doesn't matter. It's gone. A 3-run home run. And the Phillies take a 4-0 lead. '18 home runs, 71 runs batted in. for Nick Castellanos.
Now, let's get to Alec Boehm's luck of a double.
Little looper out towards center field. On the run is Altuve, and it's going to clip off the glove of Pena. One is in, the whole Turner. That'll be a base hit for Boehm, and the Phillies leading 5-0.
Always need a little bit of luck right there. So good stuff there from the Phils. I also want to get to this Nick Castellanos post-game talk, so let's do it. I think it's from John Foley. I'm not sure if it's from the NBC Sports Philly one. Let me find John Foley. Let me find it. Where is Foley? There he is.
Tonight. Daycare is probably getting some water ready in the background. Nick, listen, congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
I guess first thing I want to ask you about, you've worked so hard to play every day and to produce this year.
Sure.
Give me an idea of what impact Kevin Long, Rafael Pena, Dustin Lind have had on your season this year.
Oh, just that they're willing to work and do and go along with any idea that I might have, because it changes pretty consistently.
Yep. Nick's always so savvy when it comes to the headset.
He's a veteran.
We've lost about 7 this year, but not when Nick's got them on.
He's a veteran. He knows how to hide that thing.
But yeah, those guys have really worked. Seem to have really worked hard while you've worked hard this year.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Always talking about the frickin'. So let's see. I don't think there is anything Twitter update-wise post-game from anything, so I just want to see if there's any comments. I don't think there is. So yeah, let's get to the voicemail line. We do have a call here from Sean. Not Sean. Why did I pronounce Sean's name like that? Sean? Sean. Let's get to Sean. Let's see what Sean has to say about this Phil's win.
Now, this is like the Phillies team we saw early in the year, right? Solid pitching, solid defense, timely hitting, and getting wins. I mean, a rare treat when Aaron Nola doesn't give up a homer in a game. Give credit to Aaron. He seems to have Houston's number, but he was exactly what the doctor ordered for the Phillies. I mean, 7 solid innings, takes pressure off your pen. Got to tip my cap to Nick Castellanos. We've all bashed him, myself included. He makes you want to rip your hair out at times, but the guy has been producing lately. I mean, another big hit tonight to bust the game open. But in closing, I'm ready to go for Taijuan Walker's performance tomorrow, Amadeo. I'm already prepped. I've got my basin to throw up in. I've got my paper bag and eye holes. I've got some Maalox. I've got a couple cans of paint at my disposal. When he walks the bases loaded in the first inning, I can start huffing. I'm ready to go, baby. I think we should all get prepared for the greatness that is the Taijuan Walker experience.
Oh, God. Sean. Like I said, we're all expecting Walker to do terrible tomorrow, and he probably will. But knowing everything that's going on, knowing how we all want him DFA'd and everything like that, the dude's going to go 6 scoreless tomorrow. I could see it as clear as day. I could 100% do that. When everyone thinks that this is finally the last straw for Taijuan Walker, he goes 6 scoreless, and it gives them an excuse to keep him in the goddamn rotation. That's 100% going to happen. Because you know why? It's the Phillies. It's the Phillies, and nothing in the world makes sense. It's just so obvious. It is so completely obvious. I can 100% expect that to happen. Oh, man. Oh, my God. My goodness. What a time. What a time here. Taijuan Walker with a chance to sweep the Astros. Thank God he's not pitching against the Braves, so thank God it is in this position to where we already won the series. So I guess no pressure. No pressure on you, Taijuan. Oh, God. Oh, God. Jesus. What crazy stuff here, boys. Definitely crazy stuff. What's up, Michael? I swear if Taijuan actually pitches 6 scoreless innings. Oh, that would be hilarious. That would be very hilarious. Yeah, Witt went. I believe he went 5 for 5 last night. He's over 3 tonight, but still 5 for 5. Whit Merrifield, gross. Get that out of my face. When the Phillies are winning again, and now the live chat is pretty dead. That just shows you how the internet and social media these days is driven by negativity. Oh yeah, I'm definitely used to it. My channel definitely does tend the streams and stuff definitely tend to blow up more when the Phillies and the other Philly sports are basically collapsing in on themselves. You know, that's how everything drives. People just want to see people freak out. So that's basically what it is. Star Wars is already not feeling we're getting the sweep. I'm assuming that's because of Taiwan Walker. I take out the win and capitalize the T. My bad. Oh, man. Jesus. Oh, classic stuff. Classic stuff. It looks like I just had MLB Network on right now. It looks like they're putting the freaking Mets and Diamondbacks on my television. Oh, boy. Maybe another blister can come into play for Walker tomorrow. I'm telling you, Sean, we're all expecting it to go poorly. He's gonna go 6 scoreless. It's what's gonna happen because nothing makes sense. I see it clear as day. It's too obvious. I'm sorry. I know you guys want to say I'm fucking a lunatic, but it's too obvious. It's too obvious. Who's pitching for the Astros tomorrow? Let me look that up for you. Let me look that up. I don't think it's anyone notable, if I'm not mistaken. It is Spencer Arrighetti. He is 6-11 with a near 5 ERA. So yeah, nothing notable. Nothing notable. He is 24 years old. In his last start, actually, he went 6 scoreless against the Baltimore Orioles. But then previously, he gave up 4 runs against the White Sox. He went 7 innings, 2 earned against the Boston Red Sox, 6 innings, 1 earned against Tampa Bay, and then 6 innings, 3 earned against the Dodgers. He's also racked up a lot of strikeouts in the past couple of starts, too. 13 strikeouts against Boston and 12 against Tampa. 6 against Baltimore, 5 against Chicago. Interesting. Top of the first, Houston 3, Phillies coming the back. Now, how did the Astros get those 3 runs? Is it Altuve leadoff single, Bregman gets on, then Yordan bomb? Or is it back to back to back? Is it 2 back? Is something like that? Someone gets on, then back to back or something like that? I don't know. But I'm telling you, Sean, I'm telling you. Nothing makes sense in the world, and that's because Taiwan Walker is going to go 6 scoreless tomorrow. Like I said, I can see it clear as day. I can. I could also see him blowing up as usual, but I could see it clear as day of him having a good start. I really can. I really can. And that's not me being confident in Taiwan Walker. That's just the baseball gods wanting to torture us with having another stretch of Taiwan Walker in the rotation. It's just what's going to happen. Hit by pitch, double, and a 3-run shot. Oh, man. Oh, man, you crack me up. Yeah, that's 100% baseball for you. 100%. Let's see. Let's see what there is. I don't think there's anything else here on the Twitterverse. So I think that is a good point and good spot to end off tonight's recap. So, what's the chance of rain tomorrow? We can be saved? I think the last thing I saw was the rain was not going to be until tomorrow night, if I do remember correctly. Because I know tomorrow is supposed to be very hot in terms of just in general. It's going to be really terrible tomorrow in terms of that. So tomorrow, 97 degrees. Oh, Jesus. 97 degrees, fine during the day. Scattered thunderstorms during the evening, then partly cloudy overnight. Chance of rain 40%. So it's probably one of those situations where it's so hot that you really don't know what's going to happen with the rain. It could probably happen at any point. So I wouldn't bet on it. The Phillies have not had a postponed game due to rain since opening day. So they basically got very lucky in that standpoint. So I'm not counting on it. So we're going to have to experience Taiwan Walker at some point tomorrow. So that's going to be the case. It's going to be the case. So, like I said, everybody, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Love every one of you. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. And also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Do not pass it up. Thanks, guys, for joining once again. Let's see if the Phillies can try to get the sweep tomorrow with Walker on the mound. Hopefully. Not betting on it, but, you know, the baseball gods work in weird ways.